What's up, everybody? It is Zach of the Dark Conservatarian YouTube channel. 3 announcements that I have for this status of the channel update video for you all right now. Let's get the first and most important one out of the way. The first one being that today, being Tuesday, obviously there was no Strike Force news stream. That's because within this week I'm prepping for a bit of a business trip that will be happening for the 2 following weeks. 3 next weekends, like starting on Friday and going for the next couple of weeks, the next 2 weeks, that is. So yeah, I probably will not be back for anything in regards to the channel till at least, what is it again? Till at least June 21st. If not June 22nd. June 22nd being Tuesday, and that's when I do my usual Strike Force news streams. So yeah, expect me to not be back to content creation until then. I might have one more like little rant video that I'm going to do before this Friday, before I leave out and whatnot. But aside from that, nothing more happening with the channel for the next few weeks. So sorry to say about that. And second announcement being, you all might have seen recently on, or some of you anyways, might have seen recently on S-Man Speaks' channel that he's pretty much abandoning the S-Man Speaks alias. And so I just wanted to like give a quick shout out and a little bit of a remembrance on the efforts, on the endeavors that he has done on this platform, and that he has done to this small little community. I know that some of y'all might not feel so fondly about the guy, which each their own on their own opinions and whatnot, but I don't know about the rest of y'all, but to this day, I'm still very well thankful for what he did with my channel to help me to get boosted up to where that I am right now. Of course, a large help of it was thanks to Bearing and my 2 cents as well. But I don't think I would be this far right now if it wasn't for me getting introduced to S-Man Speaks. Heck, through S-Man Speaks, I would not have got introduced to Loudmouth Reviews, and then I would not have had to defend Loudmouth from Bearing, which would have got me responded to by Bearing, and, you know, acquainted to Bearing in the first place, to where that he would, like, do a somewhat of a mild little promotion of my channel. So I probably would be like short of at least 300 or 400 subscribers if it wasn't through S-Man, which brought me to Loudmouth and then to Bearing and so on and so forth. But yeah, just in general, big thanks to S-Man Speaks, and for better or for worse, he is going to be missed. You are going to be missed, S-Man, and I am going to have a little bit more of an appropriate tribute video for him and his time here on the internet, but that'll happen in another video. And of course, S-Man, he can like DM me on whether he wants me to actually not go along with that idea, and even if he wants me to like edit out this part of where that I go talking about him. But until he DMs me that saying don't do it, I'm probably gonna do that sometime in the near future. Who knows? But yeah, for right now, just gotta say, the internet feels slightly more empty without the presence of his content. Like, he's privated everything from his YouTube channel, and he's soon going to be completely abandoning that YouTube channel and the S-Man Speaks internet alias. The S-Man, just in general, take care, bro, and sorry for whatever stress that I might have brought to the internet that might have contributed to you ultimately want to make this decision. And third announcement being about the Tim Horn response video. The well-awaited, the long-awaited Tim Horn response video. In recent months, particularly the very beginning of this year and the very end of last year, demand had kind of picked up for me to do that response video again. And I just gotta say that honestly, within the recent few months and the recent year even, like so far now being like June 1st of 2021, I so far have not gotten like any edited response video content out. And you all know that that is like typically my bread and butter of my YouTube channel. The live streams, some of y'all, a handful of y'all seem to really like those, in which I really thank you for your support on that front. But it's the response videos that you all like really come to view and love and whatnot. And I just feel like that I've been really shirking off as a content creator by not getting any edited response videos out. And why is it that I haven't been hardly getting any edited response videos out? It's because I felt somewhat inwardly obligated to want to get the Tim Horn response video out first of all. And honestly, I have not really been looking forward to doing that video, honestly. Like, I got started somewhat on the script for responding to his video. And you also got to keep in mind that Tim Horn's response video to my response video to him, his response video is an hour and I think 16 minutes long. And I feel like that's because of that video, of an inward obligation to want to get that video out that I just can't get done, because honestly I don't look forward to it because of how much it's painful to listen through and try to get through editing that video. It's because of that why I have not been getting out any edited response videos out within the recent half year right now. And I just really need to get on the ball on edited response videos in general. So, sorry to say, y'all, but to make a long announcement don't expect the Tim Horn response video to be the very next thing coming out of edited response videos. I'm probably going to do some other things just so as to get my spirits back up, to get the energy back up, to get the motivation back up and wanting to do edited response videos so that maybe I can actually power right through that video. And honestly, I'm not really that worried. I mean, it's not like I have a consistent hate base that keeps on visiting and revisiting my YouTube channel from Tim Horn's fan base or whatever. And honestly, that video response that he did to me, it kind of falls on its own face in a lot of ways. Just looking at the substance of the video, you can tell that video like falls flat on its face. Like, first of all, there's a repeated insistence that I am an anarcho-capitalist, even though I factually am not. The closest that you can call me is maybe a panarchist in theory. Which a panarchist, if any of y'all don't know, I think what a panarchist is roughly is somebody who believes in some form of minimalist government, but a government that is funded through a sort of voluntary tax, a voluntary fee that people pay into the government that puts forth the bare necessity of services like roads, police, and courts and stuff like that. Maybe not even roads, but just enforcement of laws and ethics in general. Like, make sure that nobody is just getting away with homicide and so on and so forth. The most that you can say is that I am that, which that is still not an anarchist, because an anarchist would be a person that just believes in absolutely no ruler, no enforcer of law whatsoever. But even as it stands right now, currently in my beliefs, I am not currently a panarchist even. I am still like ultimately a minarchist, to where that I think that there is some minimalist tax necessary in order to make sure that there is some form of law and order that is upheld. Just factually, I'm, again, not an anarcho-capitalist. He seems to almost think that I am against the life of mother exception when it comes to abortion. Like Igon saying that most of the pro-life community is for the life of mother exception, and he goes calling bullshit on that for some reason. Like, he just pulls up a handful of anecdotes to try and supposedly debunk my claim right there. He doesn't provide any stats. And then right after that, I go done with my abortion spiel, and he says, quote unquote, if you are against essentially the life of mother exception, a pregnant teenager who is at risk of dying if she wasn't to get an abortion, if you think that even that shouldn't be allowed, well then you are a monster. So he was just running along with the straw man that supposedly I'm not for the life of mother exception. And you know what's an even bigger straw man than that is when that at one point where I was saying he was going on about how leftists are supposedly for freedom as opposed to right-wingers are not for freedom, even, and then I go saying, yeah, except for when it comes to business rights and gun rights and sin taxes like taxing soda, for example. And then he just pauses that and says projection. So the guy, the guy implied basically that I am for business control, gun control, and taxes on soda. That just breaks all records of strawmen that have been thrown my way. Not even Owen McDonald of all people has strawmanned me as hard as that. Nobody would ever claim that I am seriously for gun control and business control or soda taxes. Except for this fucking clown. Except for Tim Horn. Like, biggest straw man that was ever thrown my way. And yeah, there's just a whole bunch of goalposts moving, and the guy just kept on throwing a hissy fit at me, just basically rejecting a whole bunch of assertions that he kept on throwing my way. If you were to listen through the entire video yourself, you would probably know more of what I'm talking about, but yeah, that's essentially the summation of what goes happening in that video. And it was just, and above all, the stupidest one, I can't believe that I almost forgot this one. He goes saying that Michael Bloomberg, of all people, is a libertarian. That's right, Mr. Stop and Frisk, Mr. Soda Taxes, and Mr. Gun Control is a libertarian, people. That's just utter stupidity right there. Like, you all can just laugh at that, knowing of how much that falls on its face. But because of all that, yeah, I know that it can be held off longer as far as making a response video. But for right now, expect me to be gone for the next 3 weeks. No more activity on this YouTube channel within that time period. And S-Man Speaks, we all say our good old farewells to him. And the Tim Horn response video, I will continue on making that video. I am still working on the script. It's just that I think that I should get out some edited response video content out there in general in the meantime. Which means that it's gonna look like I'm putting off the Tim Horn response video. Heck, I've been putting off the Tim Horn response video anyways. It's just that I have been also putting off a whole bunch of other potential edited response videos too, for that matter. So, yeah, there's all that. And not to mention my schedule getting kind of busy. Like, the recent few weekends, I kept on getting invited to hang out with a bunch of friends a whole lot recently. So, therefore, I haven't been able to set aside myself as much time for editing response videos. And maybe in a way, it was all for the best. Like, in 2018, I had got myself so freaking entrapped into my YouTube channel to where that it was almost toxic, almost poisonous. So, me diverting more of my time towards my personal social life seems to be a little bit healthier in the grand scheme of things than just going almost every bit of spare time that I have on this YouTube channel. But with whatever time I have, I gotta get some edited content out there. Like, I feel like I am just doing a massive disservice not only to you guys, my fans, by putting off edited response video in general, but I'm also doing a bit of a disservice to myself because I'm making myself feel miserable in the meantime. Like, it is ultimately better for me to get out some edited response content and putting off the Tim Horn response video, my efforts on that even longer than is seen right now, than for me to keep on trying at the Tim Horn response video and ultimately no content, edited response video content is uploaded in the meantime. But maybe in the meantime, I'll mirror Metal Minister's response to Tim Horn. I'll probably go ahead and do that, mirror that on my channel sometime within the next month or so. But yeah, to make an announcement video long, I am Zach. I'll see y'all later. Take care and stay safe and God bless.